Hey guys, just going over the chapter questions for chapters 4 through 7. The first question was key ideas for each chapter. So for chapter 4, it was just, really emphasizing the different types of audience and how you speak upon them. And, for instance, if you have a crowd that, based on census, is more young, uh, you wouldn't really typically talk about something that is, not relevant in their lifestyle anymore. Then for chapter 5, it was creating an outline and, create an outline like with organization, when to put transitions, how to do transitions, how to do anything as such to help you stay online with everything. And it'll really help you not miss things when you're doing a speech, and it'll really help you prepare for everything that you have when you're ready to do a speech. And then for chapter 6, the key idea was the different kinds of outlines, from like informative to persuasive and everything like that. It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Like there's different ways to go at each one, and yeah. And then for chapter 7, it was research and its importance, and like how you can make something statistically that you say credible. So, for instance, if I have a speech and I'm just spewing out stats and I have nothing to back it up and I don't source it or anything while I'm doing a speech, there's nothing to, look up that statistic to make sure for sure. But like say, for instance, back in my world water crisis speech, when I said National Geographic said that 0.007% of all the world's water is easily obtainable, then you can look it up through National Geographic and see those statistics. And then what did I learn that I didn't know before? That is to, in chapter 4, it was, really trying to find a way to connect to the audience, no matter who it is, just trying to gather attention and really gauging what they like and determining how I'm going to gauge my speech out to be. And then for creating an outline, just to be a little more smart and a little more straight to the point almost when I'm doing an outline, and just having like a quality transition and having everything like that. There's like certain strategies to do it, and that really helped me out in my future speeches. Um, and then how to use an outline. Using an outline, honestly, what I learned from that is that, every outline can't be the same, whether it's informative or not, and because we've mainly done informative outlines so far, and so there's different ways to go at things, and so it kind of ties back with number 5, chapter 5, which is creating an outline. And then for research importance, honestly, beforehand, like it's pretty easy to like tell before even getting into that chapter, because how are you going to be credible if you don't have any evidence to back it up? And usually like using anything like that, it's pretty hard to back your stance when you have nothing to back it up. So how are these ideas important to public speaking? This is just, for chapter 4, it's just easier to grab their attention. If you don't have the audience attention, you're not going to have a good speech. They're not going to be engaged, and they're not going to learn as much. So basically all of that, like in creating an outline, like how important it is. It really keeps you on track, so you don't like ramble, going back from one point to another point and then back to the other point again. And then how to use an outline, like it just really can change your approach on public speaking, on like what your tone is, maybe what your points are, how you're going to get to your points. And then just research is always important for anything that you do. You want to be educated whenever you're talking about anything, even if you're not doing a speech. You want to be educated in what you're trying to do, maybe for your career, or how to get to your career, like taking what classes you need in college, or even if you don't need college. And then how can they be used in life? I think speech could be used in life, especially like for chapter 4, you know, if you have a certain audience and they're not engaged, again, I mean, they're not going to listen to you as much. And so if you can find a way to connect to people more through effective talking and finding ways to just keep people engaged in life, I mean, you'll attract more people around you. And then like with outlines and everything, how you can use that in life. I mean, you can use it for anything, whether it be writing an email on trying to do something with another coworker, or just planning out how you're going to go out throughout your day, or like pretty much planning. It outlines another way of planning. And then how to use your outline is, I mean, if you know, in life, if you don't know how to use different ways to do things, I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult to, you know, um, like obtain what you're trying to get to. And so it's just more like being adaptable to certain situations. And then, research in life for chapter 7, that's everything, honestly. I mean, life is just like one big learning experience. So, I mean, if you're trying to do something, you're going to have to learn and research and put in the hard work and hours to, really figure out how to do something, like the obstacle, how to do it, like how to pass it, how to get to the next step, how to do everything. Um, and then visual aids, talking about that, what I learned through them and the discussion board, I learned that it's just another version of the point like I'm trying to get to when I'm talking, or what if somebody's talking to me and using a visual aid. And being a visual learner myself mostly, I think it's a really important thing, because, I mean, it's just like another way to connect. And if you can find more and more ways to connect through people, like it's going to be easier to understand. And those are my questions. Thank you.